Hello everybody, Ian Robson here for an episode of Minecraft Tech World 2. Alright, we got a couple things going on today. Let me just show you what I've been working on here. I have been messing around with a little bit of tree breeding. So basically, just same idea as the bees essentially, just with trees. And I've created a slightly different tree at the moment. Let me just grab my treealizer here. Put those away, and we can actually put that away too. Let me just show you what I've been working on here. I've been trying to create a better breed of red, well, they're spruce essentially, and here's how it works. So what I've done is I've made them so they drop an average amount of saplings, but they mature faster and they have a height of large. So what that means is they're supposed to grow taller than the average tree or the average spruce. Let me just give you a demonstration. Let me go right here in the middle maybe. So that's what they kind of look like. So they're a bit taller than the regular spruce trees that you can get. These ones are actually red spruce saplings. And right now I just have it set to larger. And eventually I'd like to get it up to maybe largest or gigantic. I know that so that's how tall it actually is, to give you an idea. So a decent sized tree. It's nothing too ridiculous yet, but I'm hoping that. So there's another big one. So the average height of them is actually a bit taller than they would normally be, which is the idea. Because what I'm trying to do is, get more wood out of each tree essentially without having to go around so many times. That's to give you a good idea of what they kind of look like. That's what I've been working on. So I used the same gendistry stuff that I used for the bees, except I have been making it or using it to adjust tree saplings essentially. So right now I have it matures faster, height of large. Eventually I'd like to get that a bit taller. Yield is how many pieces of fruit you get from it. This particular one doesn't have any fruits. I could actually add a fruit. I don't know how that would work in this scenario. There's other mutations, nothing too crazy, but did I put any saplings? So this is an example of what I would like to eventually get to. So see how it says gigantic? That is what I would like to get to. I don't know how that would work with the spruce saplings, however. And I don't know if you need to have a 4x4 girth, but that just gives you an idea of what you can do with it. I think right now what I have is fairly good, but I'd like to eventually get something that size. I don't know if you can or not. I'm going to mess around with it and see if I can. It's funny, just today I realized that I could walk up here and just skip this whole little maze I created for myself. It wasn't intentional, but it's just the way it's been working out. And I don't know why this transfer node's not working, or this tesseract's not working the way it's supposed to. It's a bit annoying, but I'm not that worried about it. I have the spawn, or the cursed earth, though the light's off the moment, so we're getting a little bit more mob juice here. Because what I was doing is I was using my villager spawner system here to get some, let me just turn it on here, to get some saplings, because there is a tree, how do you call it, a tree trading, I guess, villagers have, and that's how I got a couple of the saplings that I have. I don't know if I have any in the AA system. Let me just show you saplings. No, those are just regular spruce saplings. So cherry plum, for example, bull pine. I don't know what the bull pine's like. Average, no, nothing crazy, and saplings low. So it's same principle as the bees basically, and you can kind of go from there and decide what's what, and decide which ones work for you, which one works well for you, or which ones don't work well for you. Anyways, so let's just see if we have any of them, just in case, just to show you what I've been working on. So there's an example, common hazel sapling. Actually, I don't think I have that one. Also been making a few more emeralds, as you can see. Let's get the common hazel sapling. Let's get 2 of those. And what I've been doing is just plunking them in the treealizer here to see what's what. Nothing that I'm looking for. Height smaller. I want tall trees, not short trees, so That's what I've been looking for. Box word, I already have that one. I've already looked at that one. It's nothing crazy. So that's about what I've been doing in order to find out about the different... let's turn the spawner off. For the different saplings, just to see how it's working. Anyways, in the last episode, I asked you about what you would like to see in terms of the train yard. And a couple people suggested I actually go ahead with the train yard. So... let me show you what it looks like. So here's what I have so far in terms of the train yard. Do I have... let me just grab a couple things here so I can show you how it works. Let's grab that, and that, and that, and that. Maybe these two. Alright, so the way this works is we have to... so right now I have lights right here. These are called block signals. So basically what they do is they just say, is there anything in between these two lights? That's all they really do. So let me grab a minecart. I think I should have a minecart around here somewhere. Yes, there it is. Perfect. And let's also grab a crowbar. Let's grab this one. It's almost... I think I have one in my ender pouch anyways. Yes. Okay. So this works is, so if I put a cart down here, this will go red. So basically, this light is kind of analyzing this little space right between here saying, hey, you can't go through here. And the way it works right now is I have it set up so if there is a... so see how this right now, right now a cart could go down this path right here. Let me just hit it. And once it goes to a certain path, see how that changed? So now, because this light is red, this light is talking to this little box down here, saying that, hey, we're receiving a signal saying this light's red. And because that signal is red, this little switch motor is switching this so it doesn't go down here. So the way it would work is, let's say I'm coming down with a train, and I go, oh, I can't go that way, but I can go this way. So the way it'll work is, now this one's closed, or I can't go down this path, but I can go down the next two. And what I'm going to set it up so it works is I'm going to have it so it just drives through around these sections. And then if there's no place to park here, it's going to have like a loop basically. So they go down here again, and they go back down to here. And we'll have this item loader, which will load just the engines. And this is a water tank from Railcraft, water tank siding. So what happens is when you have a train come underneath here, you get water right here, and this will be for fuel essentially. That's how I have that set up at the moment. I haven't figured out what else I'm going to do with it at the moment, or how I'm going to bring the trains over. I haven't decided that. I kind of got sidetracked with these saplings a little bit for whatever reason. But that's how it works. So if I put that down there, the light goes red, and when the light goes red, I can no longer go down this path basically. So I can do the same thing there. So can't go down this path anymore. The default is that they automatically go down this path if it's green. That's how it works. So these are the block relays. So they talk to each other saying, hey, there's something here. And then we also have these signal block relay boxes, and they do the same thing essentially, except just in a box form. So this box is talking to this box over here saying you can't, if there is something here, it'll emit a red signal essentially. Let me just grab a pair of goggles here so I can show you how this looks. I think it'll show you this. I think they're called tuning. No. I think they're Trackman's goggles. Perfect. And I think I can make those circuits relatively easily. There we go. Give it a couple seconds here to make the circuit. There we go. So now we have these Trackman goggles. And right now they're set to nothing. So if I set it to the anchor, it'll show me the anchor. If I set it to tuning, it'll show you the tuning. Tracking, we want it on the tuning settings. So let's take that off. Oops. We want it on tuning, and let's put them on. So what you'll be able to see now is what's talking to what. So right now, each of these lights is talking to these. They're called signal receiver boxes. So they're receiving the signal from the block signal. That's how that works, essentially. So they're receiving a signal from this saying, hey, this area, either it's green or red, so you can set it up the way you want it to. I have it set up so if it's green, go ahead. If it's red, don't let them go down this path. That's how that works. And the same thing would work for these little sections here. Like, I don't have anything set up here yet. So this is a controller box. So this basically just relays the same signal that I have here. So what I could do is, I think I can do it this way. So if I have it set up so this signal tuner talks with this, oh, well, it's not going to work that way. I didn't think it was. You can have it set up so it receives a signal. So that is a controller. Where's my receivers? There we go. So this will work this way. So I have it, if you set it up this way, so right now that box right there is green, so there's nothing on here. And this one will talk to that box. Oops. It should talk to that box. And then this box can talk to this box, sort of thing. That's how that kind of works. That's how you can set it up, at least. So these two talk together, and then they relay the signal back to somebody else. That's how that kind of works, basically. So it's I haven't done it in a while. That's probably why it doesn't sound as clear as I'd like it to. Signal block relays. No, I don't think it's that. No, I didn't think so. So signal tuner. So you would tune this box with something else. So I could tune it with not necessarily. This doesn't want to work for whatever reason. Oh no, there it goes. That's weird. So as you can see now, this box is basically emitting the same signal as that signal block relay. So if I go up and grab this guy right here, like so, and I put him down here, this will turn red. And then you can have it set up so this receiver blocks this area. This blocks a train from going through here. That's how that would kind of work. I don't know why that wasn't working before. Strange. So yeah, these two are talking together. This controller box relays a signal. So that's how that works. You can set it up in lots of different ways. For the time being, I just have it set up like this. It's fairly straightforward. You can make some really complex systems, but I haven't done that yet. So that's what I've been kind of tinkering away at off camera a little bit, setting up that train yard, so to speak. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think we should adjust this a little bit, or do you guys like this system? Should we adjust it? What do you think we should do? So eventually what I'm going to have is I'm going to have all the trains are going to come, I think, through this train yard here. And then they'll be able to get water, and they'll also be able to get fuel from there as well. So that is the idea for the time being. This has been, I realize this is like my small little, rotary craft area that I haven't used much lately, but that's that for the time being. So that is the train yard. So right now we have these tracks going out all the way over to here. I kind of like watching these trains go by, and I might adjust it so I can see it still. I'm not sure yet. What do you guys think about that? I kind of don't want to set this up or change this system because it's annoying to set up, but it's not impossible, not by any means. So see how tall those trees are? How cool is that? So by having all those taller trees, I'm going to get that much more wood, which will keep our steam boiler down here working, high pressure steam boiler working away. That's the idea, at least. What's happening right now is we're running a little bit low on wood itself, so it's not actually keeping up with the system, so somewhat annoying, let's say that. Alright, so I think what we'll do is we will work a little bit at this train yard here. So let me grab some tracks. What do we got? Just regular tracks. Let's grab those and let's craft a little bit more, because I'm sure we'll need some more. Lockdown tracks and switch tracks. So let's think about this. What would be a good way to set this up? Where would be a good entrance position, basically? So I could have it come out from this side right here and have the trains enter this way. So automatically, as soon as they enter, they go through this little section and they get fuel and water. That could be a way of doing it. So let me just grab this. So if I put that there and then move this, and if I put a switch track there and then do this, so what's going to happen is any train that comes along here is automatically going to turn down here. It won't be able to turn off this. It won't be able to turn the other way, basically. There are other tracks called Y tracks. These ones right here, which will do, so it would make it so a train could go either this way or this way, but we don't want that. We kind of want to focus in and go around a specific circle. So the train will come here and then go from there. Let's see here. Do we have a section here? Are these talking together? Yes. So these two there's a signal block relay box here, and there's one over there, and they're talking to each other right now already. So what you can do is, that's right here, seems as good a place as any. So what we want to do is we're going to put a signal receiver box here, and we'll put a controller box here. So what will happen is this box will talk to this box. So see how that's green right now? Let me just open this up. So see how that's green? So it's just basically transmitting the same signal over to this little area right here. And what I'm trying to make it do is I am trying to make it so see how there's a green, it's emitting a redstone signal, so you can adjust it the way you want it to. So right now it's set so emit redstone signal on green aspect. So if it's green, go ahead. If it's not green, don't go ahead. So let me just show you what that looks like. So if I put a cart right here, see how that turns off? There's a little bit of a delay, so you have to be a little bit careful. So if you have two trains going right beside each other, it can be a bit of a problem, but it's nothing too crazy. So see how that's turned red now because there's a cart there, but if I take that cart off, like so, it is now, you can go ahead again, basically. And I'm going to do the same thing. I have a stretch of track right here. I'm going to do the same thing on as well. Let's say right here might work, actually. So we have a controller box there. Let's put a receiver. So we'll tune this controller box with this receiver box, and then we'll put a lockdown track. So again, if a cart is there, it'll turn off so no trains can go through, and if there's no train or no cart, it will allow it to go through. And we have one more section to do, so let's put another controller box here and a receiver right here. I probably shouldn't be using a crowbar to do that, but whatever. Let's put a receiver. Where's my receiver boxes? Oh, there they are. Alright, so same thing, signal tuner, controller to the signal receiver, and there we go. So again, if there's a car or a train there, it won't, anything that's right here won't be allowed to go forward, basically. So that's how that works. It's really cool. There's some really nifty stuff you can do with it. So that's just kind of like the signal relay boxes. There's a couple other signal boxes I haven't even touched yet. There is the sequencer box, which basically what we'll do is it'll just, if you have 4 tracks in the same area, so let's say I have the sequencer here and I have 3 lockdown tracks. Let me do it like this. There's a lockdown track there, there, and there. That was a bad example. There. And so let's say I have these 3 tracks right here. And if you have like a junction right here, you can set up the sequencer box so it only lets one go at a time, basically. And you can kind of set it so it goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's one way you can do it, and it'll just keep rotating between the 3. Or you can use an interlock one, which is this one right here, and that will mean like only one will be able to go through at a time, which is a bit different. But we don't have that many trains, honestly, so it's not a big deal. But that's the way you can do it. All right, so the trains come in here. So we actually need a stop right here, so in case there's any trains in that first little section there. So let's put a am I out of receiver? No. Let's put a receiver box there, a controller there, and tune the controller with the receiver. Oops. There we go. So then again, if there's something there, we won't be able to get into this little area right here, and then it'll just wait. And that should be fairly safe. And then I only have 2 trains running right now anyways, so I'm not too worried about it for the time being. And what we can do as well is we can make a golden ticket like so, and you can set your trains up to do certain things. So if I have because I have 2 trains, so I have where is it, the lava train, I guess we can call it. I have the lava train coming in here from this little area right here, and it's going through this section and unloading the lava right here. I could set this guy up to put the ticket right in here and then make this up to the lava, or call this the lava train. And then if I have certain routing station. So if I use a, whoops, not a touting, a routing book, I can set it so if the train's name is lava, go the lava route, essentially is how that works. So it's pretty cool. I don't think many people delve into railcraft as much as you could, because it's kind of like, it's a bit more of a cumbersome system. There's definitely easier ways to get lava. Like I could, in this scenario, I could use just a tesseract to get lava here, but it's not as fun. I like watching the trains, obviously, because I have 1, 2, 3. There's 1 in there, 3, and there's 4, and then there's 2 over there, 5 and 6, I guess. So there's quite a few. So that's that. Let's take a little peek at this system from here, this distance, and let's see what would be the best way. You can set it up so you have sidings as well. So if I want to have like an area to park my trains, so let's say I don't need to have, let's say I don't need to have a train do anything. I could set it up so I have a little offshoot or a siding. And what I might do is, this is what I'm thinking at least. I'll have a think about this. So let's say we have 1, 2, so there's 2, 3, and if we do 4, let's say. And then what we can do is, basically these are where you'd park the trains. And then you'd have, let me just grab one of them. I don't have any of them yet, but I might as well make some right now. They're called buffer stop tracks, I believe is the name they call them. And what the buffer stops do, let's just see. Buffer stop. Do I have any of this? It's a block of iron. Sheesh. Let's make a couple blocks just in case. There we go. Alright, so these buffer stops, I don't know why I made 32. There's no way I'll need 32. Alright, so if we come over here, the way this will work is we put 1 at the end of each of these, like so. Basically what that does is once, let's say a cart hits it, so if I'm in the cart and I go, oh, it'll just stop me right there, basically. That's what the buffer stop. They'll do the same thing with the trains as well. So that's kind of like a siding type scenario here. So you can set it to, you know, this is the park for the lava train. This is the parking spot for, it's essentially a parking spot for the lava train, the items train, or quarry train, whatever you want to call it. So that's the idea behind that. So let's take a quick little peek. I have lots of space. I don't know why I don't just make it something like over here or something. Like having 4 right there. And then they're kind of out of the way, so if I want to adjust them, yeah, that sounds a bit better. It's night again. Sheesh. Crazy. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll move them over to that section there. That's kind of what I've been tinkering around with off camera. Tree breeding, essentially, or tree mutations. Trying to get a big tree, essentially. Right now we just have the large spruce trees, which is nice, but we don't have this big. I'm trying to see, I don't know. The one thing I'm not sure about is if you have a gigantic, if it's like, you know, the gigantic height, does it need to be a 4x4 base? I don't know if that's the case or not. Let's just see if we can't get a few more tree guys here. Because each one of these tree guys, we get a little bit, well, there's potential. Bread, glowstone, we don't need any of that stuff. And I also, that's another thing I did. I adjusted this little system right here. So I have it set up so this little timer on the engineer's toolbox socket emits signal every so often, and then it pulls out the copper that's in there. It pulls out the copper and puts it on top. That's the way that works. And then by doing that, the liquefied emerald gets pulled out, basically, like so. That's the little system I adjusted. Not a crazy adjustment, but just a little bit. I also had to move this move this closer so to be able to. The range of it's a bit smaller than I thought it was, so I had to do that. But that's the reason why my mob juice or mob essence has been going down, is because I've been spawning villagers, just so I can see if I can get the particular villager. I suppose I could just, I don't know if I have. I could just set it up so it spawns specifically. I think I might even have it set up that way. I think, if I set it up to... I just don't remember which villager I have it set up to, or which villager. I have to be careful here. I think if I do this, I think that villager is the... It might be the Mistcraft villager. For whatever reason. There we go. So let's just see which one it is, because I can't remember it all. Let's just turn it on and see what happens. Let's close this up. There we go. Get off my lawn. Oh man. I think that's the tree guy. I'm not sure. Let's go check. Did I have it set up that way? No, that's the bee guy. I could do the same thing though with yeah. I could do the same thing with the tree one. I have all the bees I need. Actually, I don't know if I told you about that. I also made a few other bees, or one of the other bees. I made what are they called? Quantum bees, I guess. And what the quantum bees do is not these ones. Those are nope. Here, these quantum bees basically they produce Certus quartz. So they produce what they call a Certus comb, like so, and they produce mellow combs, which also produce nether quartz, and shimmering combs and Certus combs, and they produce Certus quartz. Actually, I can just do it this way. So if I want to see how I can get this, there's a couple different options. So maybe it's only the dust that I can get. Yeah. So I can only get from these Certus combs, I get Certus quartz dust, nether quartz, and mellow. Not mellow. And then I get honey drops. And from these, I can get this from mellow combs. So I'm getting like double shot. So I'm getting from the mellow combs, I get nether quartz, and from the Certus quartz combs, I get nether quartz. So because of that, let's take a quick look at our quartz. So we have 1,600 quartz. And 1,041 Certus quartz dust. So we're good for that. So I probably could expand our ME system a little bit. So anyways, that's what I've been working on off camera. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you have any suggestions as to how to improve things. I think I'm gonna move these this little area to that over there. I think that'll be a better choice than where it is at the moment. So just because I have the space, I might as well use it. Anyways, folks, let me know what you guys think. My name's Iain Robson. This has been Minecraft Tech World 2. Leave a comment below with what you guys think about the yard. Catch you guys later.